This is Canada Reads American Style, featuring two friends who love Canada Reads and Canadian literature. Welcome our host Rebecca from Michigan and Tara from Ontario.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Canada Reads American Style. I'm Tara and I'm here with my partner Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, Tara, and I cannot believe it's the first, well, sort of the first of the year, but the list is out. Oh my gosh, I had to just do a spoiler right there.
Oh yeah, because this is like one of our most anticipated episodes for us to do because it is Canada Reads time, folks. We work from now until mid-April. It's Canada Read season. So
Mhm.
just hours ago, the long list for Canada Reads. So Canada Reads, in case anyone doesn't know, I guess maybe we should briefly say and just not assume, it
Yes.
is Canada's basically book reality competition series. It's going to be year 25.
It's like Survivor,
Yeah.
but for books.
Yeah, for books in a much shorter period of time, over 4 days,
Yeah.
5 Canadian, I'm going to put celebrities in quotations because our celebrities are not necessarily what the rest of the world may think of as celebrities. Well-known Canadians. 5 well-known or known Canadians choose their book to support and defend as the book that they believe all of Canada should read. And it is amazing.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah,
how I got started in this whole thing,
yeah.
was discovered Canada Reads the competition, watched it for a couple of years, started doing a podcast, and then met Tara, and we were off and running.
Yeah, yeah, and this is a special year because it's the 25th anniversary of Canada Reads.
Yeah, I cannot believe it.
I
Yeah.
know. I hope they have like a couple little special things sprinkled throughout for the next couple of months, or even in the actual. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like I watched Dancing with the Stars with my boss, who's in her mid 80s, and it's so funny because they had some anniversary. I don't know, maybe that was the 25th year. I don't remember,
No.
but anyway, they had this big production stuff. So I do agree with you. I hope they do some really fun things. Bring back some past winners or
Yes.
whatever, past authors.
Yes.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, it would be. Okay, so let's get into our long list. I'm just going to quickly read the long list. So the long list, 15 books, and we don't know which of these books are the 5 books that are going to be defended. I think that's being announced on the 22nd, January 22nd,
I think
somewhere
so.
around there, right? And they throw in what's the like redfish, red herring,
Yeah, red
redfish.
herrings. I love it.
Fish. They throw in like Swedish fish candy so that we
Yeah.
don't know what to expect. So I'm going to quickly read out the long list before Rebecca and I jump into our thoughts and predictions. Predictions based on nothing, really the books that we want to see.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 1. A Minor Chorus by Billy Ray Belcourt. Celestina's House by Clarissa Trinidad Gonzalez. Crossroads by Kaleb Dahlgren. Everything is Fine Here by Iryn Tushabe. Foe by Iain Reid. Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reid. It's Different This Time by Joss Richard. Julie Chan is Dead by Liann Zhang. Never Been Better by Leanne Toshiko Simpson. Oxford Soju Club by Jinwoo Park. Restaurant Kid by Rachel Phan. Searching for Terry Punchout by Tyler Hellard. Slice the Water by P.P. Wong. The Cure for Drowning by Loghan Paylor. And finally, The Hunger We Pass Down by Jen Sookfong Lee. And the the CBC book website has great descriptions of all of these books. So you can get like a little description about the book and the author themselves
Hmm.
too. So,
Yeah.
okay, Rebecca, why don't you start us off? Thoughts?
Uh, okay. Overall thought is there's a lot of genre on here.
Yeah.
So, and you had talked about this, or we had talked about this last year, and we talked a little bit about it before the season, where you did think there would be some genre we haven't seen, but I kind of think we've seen that all. There's some horror, speculative fiction, romance, but many more romances than there were last year, which was, or
Hmm.
not last year, was it the year before? It was a romance. Gosh, now I can't remember.
Yeah, I feel like both. I don't know. I can't remember either. Everything's a blur. I feel like the last
2 years they had one romance,
yeah,
I think.
for sure 2 years was the first romance.
Yeah.
Last year was the first thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what it was.
yeah,
That's right. Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Okay. So overall, I would just say it seems very obviously heavy with genre. And interestingly, over the years since I've been participating, which I think this is like sixth or seventh year for me, it is the first time there's only one Indigenous author on the list, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And way less nonfiction. Like there's only two memoirs, right? So I think there's only
Yes.
two nonfiction,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of unusual too, because I was also, you can always kind of, there's always going to be a memoir or two
Yeah.
on the long list. There's
Yeah.
usually going to be another nonfiction about environment,
Environment.
nature, climate, and stuff like this. And
Yeah.
that's not there because I was kind of had that in the back of my head that I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is that what you feel overall in terms of looking at the list?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really happy with the list. I'll be honest. I think it's a really diverse blend of genres and styles of writing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited to see some horror and speculative fiction on it, romance, historical fiction. No, I think it's a really great list.
Yeah.
There's one that I was very excited to see on it, which is Never Been Better by Leanne Toshiko Simpson, because it was on the Stephen Leacock long list from
Oh.
last year. And I was really hoping, because I thought it was a great long list for that award last year. And I was
Mm-hmm.
hoping that one of those books would be on it. So I was
Oh,
super excited to
excellent.
see that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. You want to start with your prediction?
Yeah. So I'm just going to go down in the order in which I saw the list originally, and I just kind of circled the ones I thought. Now, as Tara said earlier, this is based on absolutely nothing. We have it's like a best guess. Sometimes, like I think I've gotten 3 out of 5 a few times, but I've never gotten more than 3 out of 5. So, here
Yeah.
we go. My first one is Crossroads. And the reason I picked it is because obviously because of the way the world is right now. For the past year, there's been a really strong Canadian emphasis, pride, national pride, etc. And when I was looking at this book, I hadn't heard of it. I knew about the horrible accident and everything, but I didn't know about this book. It's from 2021. I felt like what book more on the list encompasses that Canadian pride of trauma, tragedy, but resilience and triumph. So that's why I felt that one right off the bat
Yeah.
was one of my titles.
I just gave away one of the ones I want on one of my hopefuls, and that is The Never Been Better by Leanne Toshiko Simpson. Because like I said, I loved that list from last year for the long list for the Stephen Leacock Award. I've read a couple of books from it, including the winner, which I cannot now remember the title. And I love when comedy is used to show the human experience, because you're not just going to get a book that's like laugh out loud funny, but you
Hmm.
get a book that also, you know, may bring you to tears, may make you think about other people's experiences and how they use humor to deal with the more difficult aspects of life. And that's what I'm kind of hoping. That's why I was hopeful to see one of these books on. And I'm really hoping for that one to be on the list.
Yeah, and it's also humor is a part of life, real life.
It is.
So
Yeah.
if there's humor in a novel, sometimes they're so sour and dour and stuff.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that because I love that stuff too,
Me too.
but humor is a natural part of life. We
It
all,
is.
you
It
know, I
is.
mean, hopefully we all have a sense of
Yeah.
humor. So
And I don't want the humor to be like a
slapstick.
book that yeah, not slapstick. And I don't want it to be one where it's all focused on the humor and we use it as an escape, because I don't
Hmm.
think this is the year for us to have escape literature. Ti time sucks. The world sucks. Life is shit is happening.
Yep.
And I don't think as a society we can read our escape literature totally. Like but I don't think that's the book that all of us should be reading, because I think we need to turn our attention to what's going on in the world. And even this even if it's like a comic book, I think it still focuses the attention on the individual human experience. That's my hope for it.
My next title is based on the fact that I felt there would obviously be a romance on the list because, and there could be
Mhm.
more than one, right? Because I
Yep.
figured there are so many more romance titles on here. I'm going with Heated Rivalry. I mean, my gosh, it's the hottest thing going. Everybody's talking about it. It's just the most amazing phenomenon, really. I don't
Yep.
even know what channel it's on. What it's probably on, like what, Netflix or something. So, and I don't have that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't even
I
watch it
can't
anyway.
no, yeah, I can't remember either which one.
I've seen clips of it on TikTok, and I felt like think about this. It's a queer romance about hockey. So
Yeah.
again, Canadian identity really strong in this title. I really feel like this might be the one, but it also could be a red herring, as you said. It could be a red herring because it's so big and so popular.
Yeah.
But here's why I think it will be the one. Because I do think this seems very TikTok related, this list in a
Mm.
way, for other reasons too that I'll get into. And so I feel like there's a TikTok star, there's an influencer that's going to be on the. And I also think, by the way, your predict I won't say what it is because I'll let you say it, but your prediction last year of who you thought might be on the list, I mean, might be one of the defenders. I don't know if you remember, but I think I okay. Should I just say it then?
Yes, please, because 'cause I'm totally
Didn't you
drawing a
have a
blank.
female hockey player?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
So I think it's a female hockey player.
Yes.
That's why I think it's going to be heated rivalry because it's maybe that's why there's some romance there. She likes romance, but she's a hockey player, queer story, really embrace this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I do feel like I think that's why it's going to be on the list because it's so TikTok heavy and that's everything. I mean, everybody's, on
Yeah.
TikTok, whatever. So anyway, that's my prediction.
That's good. I totally forgot about my predictions for last
Yeah.
year. Also, always wonder too, are some of these books clues for who's going to be on there as well? And you're right, because
And
yeah,
if she's on, you get credit for it because you predicted it last year.
thank you.
100%.
Like
You 100%
Nostradamus, I
get it.
predicted it way before.
Exactly. You're just ahead of the times. That's
Just ahead
all.
of the time. Okay. My next prediction is actually in the other hockey book that's on the list because obviously there's like three hockey books on this
Yep.
list.
That's
So
why I
I
think
went
there's a
with,
hockey player
I
too.
know,
Anyway, go
you're
ahead.
right, you're right. This one I'm going with is Searching for Terry Punchout by Tyler Hellard, only because I love the description. This was not a book I'd heard of, and essentially it is the main character who is I'm having to remember from the description. I think he's a sports journalist, and he is given the task of writing an article about this hockey player, Terry Punchout, who happens to be his estranged father, and it's him returning back to Nova Scotia to search for the story of his father and his family and his background. And I have a thing for stories looking for like a lost, I'm going to put lost because come on, most of the estranged fathers, lost fathers is by choice, but I like that, and I love the East Coast, and there was something about this. As soon as I read the description, I'm like, I don't care, even if this doesn't make the short list, I'm reading this book. It sounds fantastic. And then the hockey thing.
And it's funny too because I thought the reason I didn't pick it was because I felt, uh-oh, I already have two hockey books on here, and I thought I can't put a third hockey book on the list. But I agree with you. I actually want to read it too because it's from 2018, and I thought I hadn't heard of
Oh,
it, and I thought, oh, I would like to read that.
yeah, I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, number three for you.
My number three is I'm going to jump over my list a little bit and then I'll come
Yep.
back. But Oxford Soju Club. I picked that because again, it's my TikTok. If there's an influencer on the list, that was such a big, that's how I first heard about the book. And I thought that the book had already come out and people, because I felt like there was so much buzz about it. And then it turns out no. And I read it before it was published. Also interviewed the author, and it's an interesting story. It's a spy thriller, but it's really about immigrants and that kind of code switching. And it has so many layers to it. So I thought if they're going to have you could have a really in-depth conversation about the meaning of that book. Also, it's a spy thriller, which is really it's an interesting story. It's really a fun story. I love the ending, which I won't say what it reminds me of because that would give it away. But
Hmm.
anyway, I really enjoyed that book. So I just felt like again, I feel like if there is an influencer, that might be the one that person would choose. But again, because it has layers to it.
So my third choice is Slice the Water by P.P. Wong, another book that I had not heard of until I saw the list. I'm just going to read the first couple lines for the description. Tells the story of Fred, who lives on a lush tropical island run by a tyrannical king and his military. Under his rule, books are burned, people are starved, and people with disabilities are exiled. I chose this one based on the state of the world at the moment. I think, one, it sounds really good, and two, there's too much going on to not look at this book
Mm-hmm.
in the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
That's why I was a little torn about going too serious in my
Hmm.
choices because I felt like it was such a genre heavy list, which doesn't mean
Yeah,
the genre don't address those. Of course they do.
yeah,
But it just felt like it might feel like a little bit of a one off if my other ones come up,
yeah.
which very well may not happen, of course. I could go 0 for 5. All right. My next one on my list, and I don't remember what it's about, but I know it had so much buzz and I think it got really just awesome reviews. It may have been won awards. I don't even know. I'm going with Julie Chan is Dead thriller, and I just felt like I can't remember what it's about, but I so I apologize because it was very intensive because the list just came out.
Yeah.
I was
Uh,
reading through everything, but I know. What do you think of that one? Because do you think?
I think it goes with your whole TikTok thing only because
Hmm.
it's about twin sisters, one of whom is a social media influencer
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
who dies and her sister takes her place. So it does yeah, yeah, I agree, and it's got a lot of buzz.
yeah,
It's on my TBR for sure
hmm,
to read.
yeah.
My next one is one of my favorite books of last year, and it is The Hunger We Pass Down by Jen Sookfong Lee. It's no secret I love horror, and I've been reading a lot of horror. I read a lot in 2025. Already at the beginning of 2026, it continues. I'm just like deep diving into horror. And I know it's genre, but it is, and I will maintain that genre does not need to be the easy book voted off. It needs a book with depth, and this one has it. So it has your horror elements, but it has intergenerational trauma, family connections. It's got so much in it that can be discussed, and that there's no way that someone could vote this off on day one. I hope that if I just haven't jinxed it, if it is chosen on the short list by saying that, but it's got a lot of meat on its bones. It's not an easy vote off. Oh, God, I love this book. And also, we interviewed her too.
And that is my last book. That I
Is it?
put that one on there because of your review of it and your interview with her. I put this on my list because I thought, and I won't. I'll just say ditto, 100% what you just said. I
Yeah,
didn't read it, but in your review of the book, when you talked to me about it, also your interview, that made me believe that. Again, there were two kind of horror books on the list. There was a gothic horror in this one,
mhm.
and I felt like, okay, again, that genre pops up. So somebody wants to read one of those books. So that's why I picked it because of the quality of what you had talked about.
Yeah, I love that book. Okay. Oh, that was your last. Okay, so
That's
now
my
it's
last
back to
one.
me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I chose the memoir Restaurant Kid by Rachel Phan because it just would seem weird to not have a memoir in the mix. Oh, yeah, because you chose Crossroads. So I've chosen the other memoir Chinese immigrants in a small town, family. This one was already on my TBR and now it's just going to move up kind of thing. So I would like to see this one here.
Yeah.
So we only have one,
One.
uh,
Yeah.
what's it called? Not layover. Oh my God, what is wrong with
Crossover. Crossover.
crossover? Thank you.
Yeah.
Crossover? Yeah,
Uh,
interesting.
I know because I think every year we usually have like I think we have two or three
Yeah,
easily every year.
yeah.
So I think this is great because oh no, remember last year I think we didn't have crossover last year much because we basically said that if any of those yeah because I think we both picked different books so we thought well we covered like basically 10 books out of 15 so
Oh,
that we technically won
that's right. And I don't think,
that as a team
yeah,
we won
yeah.
right.
I don't know how well we did. I can't remember, but I don't feel like I still didn't do great, even having those odds against for
I
us.
know I think you're right.
Uh, okay, so I want to end by asking you: are there any books that you don't want to see on the short list, or are you hunky dory?
I think to me again because and again, no shade or anything like that. It's a very genre heavy list. And so I don't think that anything doesn't really deserve to be on the list. I didn't
Yeah.
see anything that stood out. I'm curious about what you think
Mhm.
because, of course, you will influence what I just said. So go ahead, tell
Okay.
me.
So my
I'll
same
probably
thing.
agree.
Like I think this is a great list of 15 books. And the books that I don't want, I have 3 that I don't want to see on it.
Ooh.
I know has nothing to do with the genre or the supposed writing because I don't think I haven't read any of these, and one I've been wanting to read for years.
Hmm.
I just don't want a book essentially that's going to be easy to vote off. Like that's going
Oh,
to give them an easy day one. The last
good
2 years
point.
they've had an easy day one because they get rid of first the romance and then the thriller. So I
Yep.
don't want them to have an easy day. So having said that, I don't want It's Different This Time by Joss Richard on it, which is a romance, but I think it's just like a traditional romance
Got it.
story. I don't think it has a huge amount of depth. I haven't read it. So don't come for me, people, if you have read it. And there's no reason I'm saying this that I don't want to read it. I'm not sure that it has the depth and the issues that someone could soundly defend it right from day one.
Hmm.
Like, I think it would be an easy way for them to go vote it off on day one.
Yeah, exactly.
Similarly, I'm going to choose Foe by Iain Reid, which is like a horror slash thriller. One that I've been wanting to read for years. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's supposed to be fantastic. I've heard he's a great writer, but I also think it will be an easy vote
Oh,
off for them on day one. In that it's about a couple who live kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and one day someone comes to their door and offers the husband a chance to go to space or something like that, but his wife stays behind. So it's figuring out what's going on. It
hmm,
sounds amazing and I can't wait to read it. But again, I think it could be an easy one for them to go, what are the issues? Blah, 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 blah. I don't see any. I
got
don't
it.
know if someone can defend it right from day one. My third choice
Yeah.
might annoy you, and I've taken a slightly
No.
different, no, it won't annoy you. Slightly different thought in that I don't think it'll be an easy vote off. I think it will be too, there's a chance that people won't vote it off because they will feel bad voting it off, that it might be almost too easy to defend. And I'm going with Crossroads
Yeah.
by Kaleb Dahlgren because I think this was a huge event in Canadian culture and history at the time. And it's still like you can ask anyone, even like little kids, like cuz it was a hockey story. So it was a thing for like little children, like you'd walk down the streets and there are hockey sticks.
Yeah.
It's almost too easy to
Yeah.
defend for the theme that they've put out there, right? The bridging the gap and all of that, which we haven't discussed kind of. I
Oh, I didn't
because
even see the theme.
yes,
Oh,
I think
okay.
right at the beginning they mentioned it in one sentence. I saw it there. I can't even remember really what it was about. Anyways, too easy to defend, and it might be too difficult to vote against. People don't like voting against a memoir first. They don't like criticizing someone else's story. And this is so huge that I think no one's going to want to touch it to go against it.
No, I actually think that's a really great point. And if it does make it, for that reason, I would be not happy in that sense because of exactly what you said, which is that it'd be impossible to vote against. My
Yeah.
gosh. I mean, it almost would stop any discussion. The way I looked at it though was just that, I mean, across Canada, what I've seen is just that strong sense of identity and
Yep.
independence from, what's
Yep.
going on in the South. And I just felt like that really embodied that thing, but I
Yep.
totally agree with you that if it is on the list, I don't see how it wouldn't win.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine
Yeah.
somebody voting against it. Yeah.
And I 100% agree with you for your reasons for being on the list. Because when I initially went through the list, automatically I was like, I think that's going to make the short list. Like
Yeah.
I had kind of put it onto my predictions as one making it. So I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll
It's
be
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, it could go either way, a
Hmm.
strong vote either way for or against it and everything. So, yeah, gosh. Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, super
Yeah.
fun.
Oh
Let the
my
games
gosh.
begin. They have
Woohoo!
begun. Anything else you want to say?
No,
Nope.
I am excited about the list. There, like I said, there's nothing on there. Even there's nothing even on here that I just would say I absolutely 100% don't want to read.
Yep.
And that's happened before in the past where, I just did not want to read something for whatever reason. And I don't think there's anything on here that I wouldn't read.
Yep. I agree.
So,
Okay, so the games have begun. Let us know your thoughts, your predictions. Put them in the comments on our YouTube channel. Send us a DM on Instagram. Let us know what you're thinking. And until, well, we'll be back for the shortly. We'll be back before then with regular episodes, but our Canada Read season will be continue with the shortlist in a few weeks. And happy reading.
Thank you for joining us on our bookish journey. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing Canada Reads American Style wherever you listen. You can connect with the podcast and Rebecca on Instagram at Canada Reads American Style and with Tara at On a Branch Reads. Until next time, keep reading.